What does TA stand for?
What is a TA? I have no idea.
The TA? Well, I haven't got a clue what the TA is.
No idea.
No. What does it stand for?
For over a century, the TA has been a vital part of the British Army. In fact, right now, hundreds of British soldiers in combat are from the TA. The only difference is they do it in their spare time.
Drive diggers for a living.
I'm a physiotherapy student.
Civil servant.
So, how can the TA show people what they stand for? And more importantly, what they're made of?
Right, guys, listen in. The Territorial Army needs to recruit thousands of soldiers. To get the message out, we're going to take this poster and stick it on this.
This is Corn D, one of the most challenging peaks in Wales. It's 2.5 times taller than the Eiffel Tower. The weather at the summit is treacherous, and it has a history of disasters, including plane crashes and fatalities.
You know, people will have come up here and died of a heart attack. People will have come up in conditions similar to today and walked too close to that edge and gone over it.
The Army elite regularly train on Corn D, as Andy McNabb recalls.
The SAS train there all the time. It's no picnic.
So why are the TA doing this? Simple. If you can build something up here, you can build anything, anywhere. Lieutenants Nutter and Oxley get the ball rolling.
The poster producers were taken aback by the concept of it.
Okay, really? Okay, I think they're crazy putting it where they're putting it, yeah. It's unusual to the extreme.
In a strong wind, a poster this big will act like a ship's sail. At 50 miles an hour, you're fine. At 51, you're history.
I was once blown off a mountain by high winds. When I woke up, I was spitting teeth, covered in blood, and I now have 7 titanium plates holding it together.
What about the rigging? How are we going to get this to stay upright?
The kind of wind speeds you can get on top of a Welsh mountain, easily 100 miles an hour. Plan A really is to use military ground anchors to hammer them into the ground.
The rigging involves over 2,000 different pieces, and it is heavy. The same weight, in fact, as 1.5 family cars. And if that isn't challenging enough, there's a major setback.
The National Trust said we weren't allowed to put things in the ground, which consequently meant there was a lot more kit to carry up.
The extra rigging increases the weight to 2.5 tons. And their supplies and kit weigh an extra ton. So, how will a group of lorry drivers, accountants and students fare against the challenge of the Brecon Beacons?
No, I've never done anything like this before.
I think challenging is going to be carrying all the kit up there.
I'm a bit colder out here than what I usually would be in the office, right enough, but this is what we love and this is what we get paid for.
You can really feel the drop in the weather as we go up. It's a lot colder, much icier. Wouldn't be surprised if we get some snow.
We had a large amount of kit to carry.
What do you put in on here?
My main concern is keeping people's spirits up.
I say that's good pace that you're doing instead. Keep it up.
Weather's turned a bit nasty, as you can see. We've managed to get it up okay. Still about half the equipment still to go.
Well, it was quite picturesque this morning. Visibility is about 20 metres and it is freezing.
The weather's really closed in. It's a really hard bit of terrain.
It might be a bit emotional trying to get a massive sail on top of the highest peak in Brecon to stay still, but I'm sure we can manage it.
The wind chill's probably about -10, yeah? And I don't think it's tenable, so I think we need to go down.
At the top of the mountain, there are gusts of up to 80 miles an hour. That means it's not safe to put the poster up.
It was a struggle to stand on your feet. It was just get down as soon as we could.
The first location's been stormed off, so we're looking for an alternative. Adapt and overcome.
The TA have chosen a different location. It's nearby and slightly less volatile. But if the weather closes in like before, the dangers will be just the same.
There are still gusts around, and I think those gusts, there's one there in my face, and I'm slightly sheltered here, could still ruin the whole thing.
Due to all the wind and the bad weather, we've had to change location, bring all the kit up here, and then build it up again.
But, as feared, the weather begins to turn.
We've got all the stuff here, but everyone's pretty tired now.
Despite the wind, the unit managed to assemble the rigging, all 2.5 tons of it. As for the poster, like the soldiers, it'll just have to wait. At last, the wind drops. It's now or never. Everyone's exhausted, but spirits are high.
Well, was it all worth it? I think it was a worthwhile experience.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, it's been a good personal challenge. Really proud that, all our teamwork's paid off.
This is military engineering all the way, where we take large bits of equipment and we build something, or we blow it up.
Bringing all the base and everything up was a massive challenge.
We worked together as a team, we got it up, and that's what being in a TA is all about.
As darkness falls, there's only one thing left to do.
Hold on, mate.